The Fantasticks.
With Aaron Carter.
Oh, what?
What? Aaron Carter? I don't know anything about you.
Should I send him to a movie? Not send him to a show. Let me think. It's gotta be long though.
So The Fantasticks is a weird show.
What happened in that show? What? This is what I felt. Listen, we were in the middle of Times Square in a off-Broadway theater in New York City, and I felt like I was seeing community theater in Ohio. That sounds so harsh.
It does.
It sounds really, really harsh.
It does.
But it's not. It's not I don't mean that offensively to the actors. I mean that offensively to the writers of that crazy show.
I don't even know it's.
They wrote a community theater show. They wrote a community theater show.
Well, I mean, there's a reason that it's run for so long off Broadway, and that it gets performed a lot, like you said. You know, that it never went to Broadway.
Right.
I don't know. I guess I don't get it.
I don't get it. I had a lot of fun laughing at it,
And
but not with it.
some things with it.
A few things with it. A few things. But mostly I was laughing at the show. Being like, what? What?
It was, I don't know, that whole like
So weird.
show within a show, commedia dell'arte.
It was so
like,
community
I
theater.
don't respond to that,
No,
I guess.
me either. You know, I felt like it was treating us like an idiot audience. That's what I felt.
Yeah.
Where they were like, hey idiots who never see theater, here's something you'll like. And really, honestly, the actors within the show, I would say the majority of them were great.
Yeah.
Were great
Yeah.
and committed. And like really
Whenever
good.
I see a show, it's sort of like, and maybe it's sort of the similar style to like the Godspell movie. It's like that, where it's like that like traveling theater troupe.
They're like, yeah.
And it was the same thing when we watched the Godspell movie, where we were like, you know what? We don't get it. We don't know what's happening. But everyone is so committed to what they are doing.
So
It's like
committed.
that. You know what I mean? I think it's just for whatever reason a kind of theater we don't get.
You just don't get it. Well, let's talk about Aaron Carter.
Yes.
Because he was pretty good.
He was good.
In the weirdness of that show. He was
Yeah.
committed.
Totally
You know,
committed.
And totally his, style, ability of acting fit perfectly into that style of the show.
Yeah.
The style of the show fit him perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
I think if we had seen him in something else, like, you'd probably be like, oh, maybe not. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen him doing acting. Who knows? Maybe he's a terrific actor or whatever. But he was
really
perfect
good
for this.
as himself on the Lizzie McGuire show.
Can we please talk about Mark Kudich's twin?
Mark Kudich's twin?
Mark Kudich has a twin!
Mark Kudich has a twin.
And listen,
And
this is all I was thinking. He was fantastic. I loved him. He was wonderful. This is all I want and dream about in my brain at night, is a gender-blind revival of Sideshow with Mark Kudich and Mark Kudich's twin.
Ed Watts.
Oh my god! Seriously, somebody make that happen. Even if it's just like, what, like a concert reading, or like just come over to my apartment and just with the script and just do the show for me.
This guy who played El Gallo. Yeah, I speak Spanish, and I'm like, what? El Gallo. Looked just like Mark Kudich. He has like the Mark
He has the
Kudich
same
face.
like, but also because of that character, like Patty had leaned over and was like, "Do you think Mark Kudich played this?" And before
Which
he was
we never
famous? And we were
looked
both
up.
like,
But
"I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
He must have." Community theater, something. Mark Kudich just played that character.
regionally,
Somewhere.
maybe even.
And if he hasn't,
because Chenna did.
if he hasn't, when his career dries up, he'll go into the continuing running Fantasticks off Broadway. But I don't think Mark Kudich's career is going to dry up because he's pretty.
He sounded like Mark Kudich
He
too.
looked like him. He had the mannerisms.
It was crazy. crazy. And he was great.
Oh, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hilarious and wonderful
Tall.
and tall, very tall.
Tall.
Very handsome. Very handsome.
Yes. He was very handsome.
And very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very sweet at the stage door.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. It
was a great
so
night of
glad we went.
theater.
We had so much fun and just laughed our faces off, but I would never ever see it again.
No.
Who we got to talk about?
The actors.
With the braids.
Oh my god.
Who is my favorite? Who I genuinely love, want to dress up as for Halloween, want to be played by Joel Grey. Oh! And the guy who played him
It's
with
fantastic.
braids. Oh, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
Oh my god, he was so funny. Oh, and they did that really great gag where he was like holding on to the other guy and he kept standing up and he was just like holding on to him. Oh, it was brilliant. Oh, it was great. I loved him. I loved him. I loved him. As I'm saying, like, I would say all but
Figure out which one he was.
all but one of the actors who will remain unnamed.
Michael Nostrand was the
Braids.
braids we really liked.
Loved him.
Mortimer.
I would say all but one person in this ensemble were fantastic actors and really talented and really amazing. And then there was one dud, but you know,
I don't know. Surprisingly, it was not Aaron Carter.
surprisingly not Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter was great.
2 thumbs up.
Boom! I put it in the hoop like slam. I heard the crowd screaming out jam.
Coming soon to High School Near You.
Yep.